Hello yogis, Kayla here. Welcome back to Zyre Yoga and welcome back to my Express Yoga series. So today we're going to be doing sun salutations. So we'll just do a couple of rounds of each kind of type of sun salutation. Then we'll come down onto the floor, do a little bit of stretching and end up in Shavasana. So when you're ready, go ahead and make your way to the top of your mat. I'm going to keep facing the right side of my mat through all of class today. That's why I have myself at a little bit of an angle. Hopefully I won't be turning too far away from you, but we're just going to find ourselves up here. Take a moment, kind of bend in the knees, start to pull in through the belly, maybe take a couple of waves with the knees, just finding some comfort in your stance, bringing it up through the shoulders, relaxing them down, pull your belly in, and let's close our eyes for a moment. Lengthening in the breath, send long deep inhales to the lowest part of your belly. As always, when you exhale, start to engage that core, pulling the belly in. Inhaling a little bit deeper each time you inhale, and as you exhale, maybe exhaling a little longer. Taking a moment to notice where you're feeling the weight in your feet. Maybe it's over in one foot too much. Maybe it's in the front a little bit. Just try to find yourself nice and even through both feet, the front and the back of the feet. And your shoulders are relaxing. We'll take one more long breath here. And then on your next inhale, just reach your arms up over your head. Get really long and tall. Take the palms together, lower them down to your heart center. Our intention for this series has been, I am here, just trying to take some time out of your busy day to focus on the present moment, focus on your body and your breath. So just repeat that in your mind a few times. And then we'll start straight into our sun salutation. So lengthening up, reach really long and tall as you exhale. Bend your knees, come down into a forward fold. Let your belly and thighs relax. You're pressing into both feet, trying to send those sitting bones wide. Head relaxing down, we'll come halfway up. Lengthen the spine, roll those shoulders back. Exhale, coming back down, press into both feet. Keep the knees bent as you come up. Once you come all the way up to standing, straighten those legs out. And then exhale all the way back down. Bending the knees enough that your belly and thighs can come towards each other. Maybe your legs are a little tiny bit longer this time. We'll come halfway up. Roll your shoulders back, lengthen your spine. Use your hands to support you on your legs. Belly still pulling in. As you exhale, coming down. And we'll do the same thing again. So you're starting to come up. And once you get to standing, straighten those legs out. Reach the arms high. Last time like this. Exhaling down. Keep the knees bent. Belly pulling in. Lengthen yourself halfway up. Roll your shoulders back. Exhale, folding down. Bend into the knees a little bit. Coming up, once you get to standing, straighten the legs. Reaching up, we'll start to move a little bit more. So as you exhale, bending the knees, finding your way over those legs. Come halfway up. Maybe your fingertips want to stay on the floor this time. Exhale, folding down. We'll step back into a plank. Come down onto your knees for this first one. We're going to shift ourselves forward, bellies pulling in, elbows hugging the ribs, lower down onto the floor. Roll the shoulders back, reach your spine. Exhale, lower down. Press through all fours and then tuck your toes and find downward facing dog. So since it's our first one, start pedaling the legs out. See if you can pull those underarms under you, making small, comfortable movements with your body. When you're ready for it, looking forward, just walk the feet up to the top of the mat, keep the knees bent, lengthen yourself halfway up. Maybe you can straighten the legs just a tiny bit more. Exhale, folding down. Keeping the knees bent slightly, start to lengthen up, squeeze those glutes, reach the arms to the ceiling. Same thing again, exhale, coming straight back down, bending the knees enough that your belly and thighs can come along to each other. We'll lengthen halfway up. Exhale, folding down, step your way back to plank. So you can stay on the knees if you'd like, or if you're ready to come up onto the toes, holding here. Shift yourself first, elbows hugging in, find your way through chaturanga. We're gonna come all the way down and just lift a little higher up into cobra. So you can stay nice and low if that feels better for you. If it feels okay and it's all right for your back, come a little higher. And then we'll come down, press through all fours just like before, find downward facing dog. Pedal your legs out. See if you can get your spine a little bit longer. Press into both feet so the legs are nice and active. Trying to widen through those sitting bones. And then looking forward, slowly walk the feet to the top of the mat. We'll come halfway up, roll the spine, roll the shoulders, not the spine. As you exhale, fold back down, bend the knees a little bit, press into both feet, come all the way up, squeezing tall. As you exhale, straight back down. Coming halfway up, lengthen the spine, pull the belly in. As you exhale, fold down, step back to plank. So just like before, you can come to your knees. You can skip them completely if you'd like to. Just make sure you're shifting forward first, elbows hugging in. This time, if it feels good, upward facing dog. Press the feet into the floor, press the hands into the floor, squeezing through the core. And we're gonna lift from here into a pointed plank, so your toes are gonna stay where they are. You're gonna lift from the belly and then start to bring the feet over, tucking the toes down, find downward facing. So those are your three options for your vinyasa, or you can skip completely, or maybe just take a cat and cow. Slowing the breath down here. Pedal the legs, lift and lower on the heels. Try to press into both feet, spreading the tailbone and sitting bones wide. Looking forward, walk your feet back up to your hands. We'll come halfway up, lengthen through the spine. Nice and long. As you exhale, fold it down. Bend in the knees enough that you can come all the way up, reaching forward, squeeze the glutes, lengthening. And we're going to change things up. So as you exhale, come back down. Lengthening the spine halfway. Exhale, folding. We're going to step back with the left leg. Bring the knee down to the floor. Top of the back foot's down. Squeeze the glutes first. Get nice and strong. And then inhale, reach the arms up. Holding here. See if you can sink in a little bit. And then as you exhale, take your hands down. Tuck those back toes, step back to plank. Whatever form of that vinyasa you like. Remember, if you're taking this upward facing dog, we're gonna pull up through a plank using the core before coming to downward facing. Breathing here, wide through those shoulders, pressing into both feet. And then looking forward, we're gonna step the left foot up, all the way to the hands, back knee down, top of the back foot down. Squeeze everything in, and then lengthen up, finding that kneeling lunge on the other side. Breathing here. When you're ready, hands down to the floor. We're gonna tuck our back toes, lift the back knee, shift back a little bit, putting the weight into that back leg, and you're gonna use that back foot to press yourself forward into a forward fold. Come halfway up, lengthen through your spine, send your sitting bones nice and wide. Exhale to fold down. Bend the knees a little bit. Start to slide up, squeeze your glutes, lengthen, reach, and exhale all the way back down. We're gonna do the same thing again, but leading with the right leg. So come halfway up, reach your spine nice and long. Exhale, folding down. Taking the hands to the floor, step back with your right foot. Take the top of the foot down onto the ground, the knee down onto the ground. Squeeze everything in, and then lengthen up. Reaching really long and tall. Breathing here, keep pressing into the top of the back foot to keep the weight out of the knee. On your exhale, hands down to the floor, tuck your back toes. We're gonna press ourselves back to our plank. On the knees if you need to, come through chaturanga. Upward facing dog or cobra, and then either pressing through all fours or through that pointed plank, back to downward facing. Hold here, breathing. Hopefully you're feeling really warm. When you're ready for it, still leading with the right foot, we're going to step the right foot up to the hands. Back knee's going to come down, top of the back foot's down. Squeeze everything in just like before, and then lift. Finding that kneeling lunge. Active through both legs. On your exhale, hands are going to come down. We're going to tuck the back toes, lift the back knee just like before. Shift back a little so you can put some weight into that back foot and spring yourself forward into a forward fold. We'll come halfway up, lengthening the spine. Exhale, folding down. Bend the knees a little, roll yourself up, squeeze the glutes, and reach to the ceiling. From here, we're going to come into chair pose. So press into both feet like you're trying to rip your mat away, like in half, down the middle. Sinking down, spread the tailbone wide. Sit your hips back. Holding here. Pull your belly in. Pull up through the pelvic floor. As you exhale, fold all the way down. Come halfway up. Lengthen your spine nice and long. Wide through those sitting bones. As you exhale, planting the hands, step yourself back into a plank. Chaturanga if you like to. There's 3 in each round here, so skipping whatever you don't like. Pulling up through the belly. Find your way through downward facing dog. We're going to start with the right leg. So when it feels good, reach the right leg nice and high, squaring the hips to the floor. And then looking forward, you're going to bend the elbows just a little bit so that when you straighten the arms out, you can get a lot of space to bring that foot forward. So bending the elbows, and then as you bring the knee forward, press the hands into the floor. Back foot's going to come flat. Maybe bring it a little bit wider than the right heel, so they're not in a line. Squeeze everything in. Bend the back knee just a little bit as you bring yourself up, reaching tall and straighten out that back leg. Inhaling in. Strong through both feet, trying to bring that back hip forward. As you exhale, we'll bend the back leg just a little bit, bringing yourself down, step yourself back into your plank, and flow through vinyasa. Upward facing dog or cobra, just like before. And find downward facing dog. Hold here. Breathe. Pedal the legs if you need to. Any small movements that feel good. When you're ready, we're going to bend the elbows just a little bit. Left leg's going to reach. Squeeze it high and then bend the elbows a little. Looking forward. When you bring that foot forward, straighten the arms out, making space. We'll plant that back foot down. Take it out a little bit wider if you need to. Bend the back knee a little bit so you have that space to come up and then lengthen everything out as you reach. Breathing here. Keep pulling up through that core, strong through the back leg. On your exhale, bending the back knee a little bit, step yourself back to plank. Flowing through chaturanga if you like to. Upward facing dog or cobra, pull in through the belly, find downward facing dog. Breathing here. Looking forward, walk your feet up to your hands. Come halfway up, lengthen the spine really long, roll the shoulders back. Exhale to fold down. We're going to sink the hips back, reach through the arms, inhaling up, sink down into your chair pose. When it feels good, press into both feet, lengthen up nice and tall, and then exhale, sink back down. Squeezing the glutes, belly's pulled in. Both feet are nice and strong. We're going to do the same thing one last time. So when you're ready, folding down. We'll come halfway up, lengthen your spine, roll your shoulders back. Exhale, folding, plant your hands, step your way back into your plank. Flowing through that vinyasa, whatever version feels good for you. Finding downward facing dog. We're going to lead with the left foot this time. So when you're ready, you bend your elbows just a little bit, and then as you lift your left leg up, straighten those arms. Reaching high. Same thing coming forward. Bend the elbows a little as you look forward, and when you bring the knee forward, straighten those arms out, create space. Back foot's planting down. Bend the knee a little bit as you come up, and then when you're ready to lengthen everything out, get nice and strong. Breathing here. Hopefully you're sweating a little bit. On your next exhale, we'll bend that back knee just enough so you have space to move. Step back to plank. Flowing through that vinyasa. Upward facing dog or cobra. Through plank or all fours. Finding downward facing. Almost to the part where we sit. When you're ready, bending the elbows just a little bit. When you reach that right leg up, straighten the arms. Same thing coming forward. Bend the elbows a little, look forward. Straighten the arms as you bring that foot up. Plant your left leg down, bend the knee just a little. Lifting up first, and then straighten that back leg out as you reach. Giving your pelvis a little bit more space. Breathing here. Maybe bring your mind back to the present moment. I am here. On your exhale, bend that back knee just a little bit so you have space to come down. Step yourself into your plank. Take this last vinyasa, whatever version you like, and we're going to find our way to child's pose. So send your hips back, lengthen your spine along the thighs, and sink down. If it feels good, you can shift your hips around. When you're ready for it, coming up to all fours, let's start to move through cat and cow. So bending the elbows a little as you start to move and straightening the back out as you find that pose, just giving your body a little bit more space to move. Slowing the breath down. And then we'll come back through center. Get nice and long through the spine, just shifting hips side to side. And then when you're ready, back through center, just taking yourself forward. We're going to find our way to seated. Maybe you need to spin your legs around you, or you can just bring them right underneath you. Move the flesh away from your sitting bones. Get nice and long. Roll your shoulders back. Lengthening up tall. Start to walk your hands forward. Get length again, and as you exhale, just sink as far as feels good. So don't force yourself into this. Your belly's pulling in, your spine's long. If it feels better, you can bend the knees, keeping your thighs and your belly close together, and then starting to try to scoot those feet out. Gazing down at the legs if you like. Slow, long breaths as we're bringing ourselves down, repeating that mantra in your mind. I am here. As you're ready, inhale, use your hands, walk yourself back up. We're going to bring the left leg in, cross it over the right if that feels comfortable for you, and then you can twist towards your leg or away from it, whatever feels more comfortable. So you can keep the foot inside and you can twist away, giving more space, or you can twist towards. Whichever way you decide, just get really tall, lengthening up, arms up over the head, pull the belly in as you exhale, twist whichever direction is comfortable, and then let your arms relax. Get really tall again, roll the back shoulder back. Try not to force yourself over using the front arm. When you're ready for it, on your exhale, unwind all the way over. And and then we'll release that leg out, take it to the other side. So just like before, exactly what you did on the other side, do on this side. So if you had your foot inside your thigh, keep it there. If you crossed it over, keep it. And then if you twist it away from your leg or towards it, do the same on this side so everything's nice and even. But we'll reach the arms above the head, take a deep breath in, and then twist whichever way it feels more comfortable for you. Releasing the arms down, get nice and tall. Roll the back shoulder back a little bit more. Resist the urge to press into that front hand. Keep pulling in through the belly. I am here. When it feels good, we're going to unwind all the way over. Find your way back through center. Soles of the feet onto the ground. Planting the palms down. Scoot your hips forward just a little bit. We're going to bend in the elbows. Press into the feet. And then we're going to lift everything up at once, opening those shoulders. So bending the elbows, giving yourself the strength to press everything up. And then on your exhale, bring it back down. And we'll do that one more time. So bending the elbows so that you can use that momentum of pressing up to lift your body when it feels good. Press everything up. And then slowly bring it back down. Scoot yourself forward so you have space. Take the hands onto the knees, roll yourself down, bring the knees into the chest, rock around. And then coming back through center, give yourself a big hug, a long deep inhale, squeeze every muscle you can possibly access. Hold your breath in if it feels good. And then when you're ready, as you exhale, release everything out. Lengthening the legs long. Widen through your shoulders as your arms relax. The feet are dropping out to the sides. Slow the breath back down. And just repeating that mantra in the mind. I am here. Trying to let any thoughts from your day stay out. Keeping your mind on the present moment. When you're ready for it, start to bring a little bit of movement back into your body. Moving your fingers and toes, maybe making the movements bigger, maybe bringing the arms above the head and stretching through your whole body as you take a long inhale. And when you're ready to exhale, bend one knee at a time, gently roll off onto one side and start to blink your eyes open. Gently pressing yourself up, finding any seated position that's comfortable for you. Roll the shoulders back, lengthen long through your spine. We'll reach the arms up over the head. Lengthen as tall as you can. Take the palms to touch, lower them down to your heart center. Take a moment here, bringing your mind back to that intention. I am here. I challenge you again to bring this intention off your mat into your day, allowing yourself to focus on the present moment a few times as you go about your day. and may the light within me reach out and touch the light within all of you. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you feel really good. Please let me know what you'd like to see in class. Like, subscribe, share, tell your friends, and I'll see you all next time.